Hello friends, my name is Sasha Bozio and welcome to my channel Log Into Yourself. Today I want to shine some light on a question that I've been asking myself for a long time. And when I look around myself, I just came back from a little trip, was in the airport and was traveling and just looked at other people, looked at myself. And the question I want to ask myself and also my audience here today, are we always on? Are you always on? What do I mean by on? On means like online, on the phone, on the iPad, on social media, on the news, on the TV. So what does it mean? Are we always on? And if I ask myself, yes, I'm pretty much always on. If I take a look at other people, I think many people are always on. There is not a free moment in the day where we're not on. So my question and my reflection is also, would it be better to be in my body, in my mind, in my heart, in my cells, in my soma? And I explained what soma means maybe in a little later video. But would it be better to be in my body, in my mind, and in my heart than being on something? Because if you're online, you have your hand in the socket, you're connected to everybody else. You think you're connected, but you're not connected to yourself because you're looking outside for an answer. You're looking outside for entertainment, for stimulation, for finding something that gives you some satisfaction, you think. And the false idea is that the satisfaction never happens. So we can always find, or we can only find satisfaction inside. That's the whole purpose of this channel. Log in to yourself. So log in. Don't log in, maybe not log into an external service, into social media, but log in to yourself and try to find and see what's there. Why is that so not difficult, but why don't we not do that? I think the habits are our habits are very strong, and the amount of information that we consume on a daily basis, if I talked about in a previous video, that we on average pick up the phone 50 plus times, spend 3 or 4 hours minimum in front of a digital device, and we consume. We are online, we're on something, and we're consuming someone else's opinion, someone else's thought, someone else's ideas. And what happens is it basically doesn't stimulate our creativity, it limits our creativity. It limits our own free thinking, it limits our own ideas, our own health, our own well-being, because we constantly compare and compete with what we see outside. We constantly have to take a stance if we like something or dislike something. And that's a really, really exhausting endeavor. But if you take a look inside, yes, maybe you might see things that you don't like in the beginning. Maybe you might see things that are not so pleasant. But the whole purpose of the practice of logging into yourself is to make friends with that, because that's part of your own being. And there's so much more there inside yourself than outside yourself. So let that sink in for a moment. Does that resonate with you at all? You could say, I don't care, and this is not important. I want to live my life on the device. I want to pick it up. I want to see. I want to be connected. I want to see what's going on. I want to be a citizen of the world. I want to go with the flow. I want to go with the technological advancement and innovation, and that's fine. You're probably like 99% of everybody else out there that is totally unaware of what's actually happening in that process, that someone else is dictating your life, is dictating your reality. And that doesn't have to be something negative about war and health and whatever is out there that we all discuss right now. It's not even like that. It can just be like things you like to consume and buy and see that's nice, and trips and whatnot. It doesn't have to be necessarily negative. Of course, there's a lot of negativity out there, and I'm not denying that fact. But just the pure fact that you're consuming someone else's information, someone else's news, someone else's attempt to grab your attention. I think that's what it is. It's the attempt of everybody else out there to grab your attention. And what am I doing here? I'm trying to grab your attention, but I'm trying to grab your attention in a conscious way to give you some info that can liberate yourself, that creates more freedom in your mind, that creates more creativity, more well-being, and more happiness. So yes, you have to disseminate and discriminate what is good and what is bad information. And I'm not saying that everything out there is bad, not at all. But what I'm saying is like the amount of time we spend looking outside online to find something that stimulates us, that's something that attracts us, that entertains us, is uncomparable to the amount of time we spend inside. And so, yes, I just mentioned the why should you care? Why should you really care about this? I mean, if you don't want more freedom of your mind, if you don't want more relaxation, if you don't want more happiness and health and well-being and a self-determined lifestyle, then you should not care. But if you have a small inclination to improve your life, to improve your creativity, your well-being, your happiness, your fulfillment, improve your physical ailments, your stress, your depression, your anxiety, whatever all of us experience on a given day, then you should really care. You should care and think about how much time do you spend online, and are you always on? The on lifestyle is exhausting, and we're getting sick and sicker by the minute. We're always on. So the invitation of this video is to reflect on that, to reflect if you live an always on lifestyle. And what would it look like if you would be a little bit more offline or inside yourself? So what would it look like if you log into yourself and not log into any social media account, but log into yourself, into your body, into your mind, into your heart, and maybe sit with that for 5, 10, 15 minutes per day. Shut everything off, put your devices away, tell your friends, your family, your partner, whatever it is, to give you 5 or 10 minutes and try to sit and log into yourself. And don't judge it. You might feel comfortable, you might feel uncomfortable, you might feel tired, you might feel excited, you might feel you cannot rest or relax. Just try it. Give it a try. And in those 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, contemplate the fact and ask yourself if you live an always on lifestyle and what this always on lifestyle does to you. What are the consequences? If everything is perfect, you're good, continue that way, please do. But if you find there's a room for improvement, then write it down and just see what comes out of it. So that's my inspiration for today. I'm working on this myself. I'm sharing my own progress, my own ideas, my own development. And if you have any comments, please share them down below. Have a beautiful day and be well.